Okay, let's get this to look there right. All right, so the next step is I'm going to now cover the outside of my book. And I thought this was just the cutest fabric. And I got this, I don't even know where I got this. It was probably in some kind of estate sale or yard sale. I think it was a woman I was buying a sewing machine from her kind of right after COVID. Lovely woman. And so I bought a bunch of material from her, and this was in the pack of materials, and it's kind of perfect. Now, I could stop and go find my iron and iron it, but I'm just not going to. Because I don't really think it's going to make much of a difference. What I do want to do is make sure that I'm going to have enough going over, top and bottom. I'm going to attach the top, and then I'm going to do the next part. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. Can you hear that? So my husband, the cupcake tried to sneak in, and my husband came in to take her upstairs. Cupcake wanted to remember, the dogs are just no longer allowed after they scared me half to death. So while I am filming, they cannot come in. Like I said, eventually I'm sure that'll change because the dogs pretty much have the run of the house. But for right now, they're still in the proverbial doghouse. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of my tape here, and then I'm going to use my glue. Now, I do have tacky glue that would work. I have the Eileen's, but I like my glue. I like my art glitter glue. I think it works on pretty much everything. So let's go ahead and start getting this pinned down. I do want to make sure that I allow for some movement in the book. Here we go. So I'm going to use my big one there for a minute. I don't need to cover every last bit of this with tape. The tape is going to help. It's going to keep things where they need to be. But I don't need to overdo it because I'm also going to be adding glue to it. My art glitter glue. And that's going to make a difference. Let's see. This is not my score tape. This is Suquang. I don't know where I got it, but it works fine. Okay, so my first order of busyness here is to do this. Now notice I'm not going to try to go all the way around right now. That's the second step. I want to get this first part up and solid before I start working on that next part. And so I'm going to get my glue out here, and I'm going to find my little piece here and start taking off this stuff. I also, do you notice that I'm working towards myself? It's almost like if you're washing a floor. I want to work towards myself so I don't, don't step in it, so to speak. Okay, I'm going to push that down. All right, this is pretty well burnished. It's pretty well ready. So we are just going to add, don't tell me. Oh, my word, these things. I keep a pen up here because this thing has already, even though I've had it covered, has solidified in there. It drives me nuts. One moment, please. I should have a pen. Oh, there it is. It's hiding from me. So I always keep a pen there, where I can just kind of pull it through or push it through or whatever. But this is very good glue. Maybe too good. All right, there we go. We got a free flow going. So I'm going to put this on top of the tape. I really, yes, I put it on top of the tape. It doesn't hurt it at all. It works fine. And I'm putting it on all of the parts. The tape's going to hold it where it needs to be. We're going to have more pieces coming in. Let me get this out of the way. All right. So now what I really want to do is do this right. Shoot. And get this exactly where I want it to go. Notice I'm not pulling, I'm not pushing, I'm not adhering. When I do, just like that. Remember when I said I don't bother to iron? I kind of said I don't bother. I did that thing where I kind of say what I'm going to say, but then I forget the rest of it. I don't bother to iron. It doesn't, because it won't make a difference. When I adhere it and I burnish it, it looks like I ironed it. Ironed. There. Isn't that cute? Oh, that's cute. And I have got really good coverage right now. Now, I didn't even bother to cut this properly. I just got the right size and I tore it. But I did that because I know that I'm also going to be covering the top of this, and that will, once I add the glue and the additional piece to the top of it, that's going to solidify that. I'm not going to worry about it. Not going to worry about it. All right. This next part is just attach. I'm sure I meant to say attach. Gracious. We'll stay with attach. It's attach trickier. Sure. Okay, so with this one, again, starting with my tape, but I'm not going all the way into the crevice. I'm just sticking to the book itself. This is how I do it. Other people do it differently. This is just how I do it. I certainly, I learned from other people. I did it their way, and then I figured out my way. And yeah, it's just kind of how I do it. Feel a little bit like Frank Sinatra. Did it my way. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't sing. Okay. Outside of the privacy of my own home. I guess I am in my own home. Well, I'm in my studio. Okay, so I'm burnishing first. And again, when you do that, what you're trying to do is get the fibers of the tape to combine with the fibers of what you're using. Now, in this situation, there's not a whole lot that's going to combine with those fibers, but it is going to adhere really well. It's going to stick really well, you hope. But do be careful, because when you're pulling it off, you can indeed pull the actual tape off with it. This one. And that one. There we go. Get that stuff out of the way. Okay, so now we are back to our other stage. But here's what I'm going to do. This part's going to be slightly different because I want to bring this bottom part up first, and then I'm going to bring the top part down. So I don't want to kind of overshoot here. I want to get good adherence, but at the same time, I don't want I don't want to go too high. Remember, this glue dries pretty darn fast. Okay, so I'm pulling and I'm placing all at the same time. Yes, right now you can see through it a little bit to some of that writing. I'm not worried about it. I'm really not. One, because I kind of think it adds to the book, at least in this situation. Two, I have this piece to go over the top that's going to hide a big portion of that. And then the book itself just goes over the top. I mean, there's so many layers upon layers about what we do here. I'm just not going to worry about it. Okay. But I am going to bring it just a touch closer to me, or I'm going to get closer to it. I don't know. I'm pulling up a few of these extra pieces. I don't want them to interfere with adherence, so that one's down. There we go. And do-do-do. All right. So at the moment, I'm going to get this first part down. Not worried about what's below it. We're just going to get this part down. And I need to move faster. So, okay. So cute. Okay. All right. Got some good adherence here, but of course we're not done. So now I'm going to kind of measure down a little bit and see how far down I'm going to go with this one. So I need to go pretty much almost to this blue line, if you can see that. I will tell you, I'm kind of digging, I don't know, I'm kind of liking this stripe showing up underneath. I just kind of like it. I think that it kind of adds to it. And I'm good with that. So, yep. Okay. So now I just need to do my thing again at this time. However, I'm going to go get this out of there. This time I'm going to go in this direction. There's a rhyme and a reason. I'm going to get some good coverage here. And because I'm now latticing it almost, I think I'm adding some strength to my creation here. Yeah, I didn't bother to do my nice neat sections. This time when I burnish, I absolutely am looking to have those fibers combine with the material. All right. So here we go. And here we go. I've had some people ask me recently saying that they really want to see some of the things that I do. And I certainly have more craft videos coming. Lots more. All that stuff that you saw me buy has to be used up. But please go back through the channel. There's a lot that I did, particularly at the beginning of my channel. I'm not sure about that one. Loads of art activities at the very beginning that I'd love for you to look back through and just take a look at those. I hope you enjoy those. All right, how are we looking here? Oh my golly, isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, I am loving it. I am very particular. I do not want to cover up the title of the book. People do it and it's fine. And honestly, again, I think whatever makes people happy makes them happy. But I feel pretty strongly about not covering up the titles to my book. So having said that, let's figure out what we're going to do here. Let's figure that one out. So I have the adorable Dollar Tree, that's cute, the Dollar Tree trim pack. So I was thinking about using something from this. This is so stinking cute. I'm not sure that I can use anything else. All right, so we've got that piece. Let's take a look at what the duckies look like, though. If I can find the end to a ducky. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. All right, guys, that's pretty cute. What do you think? I could do it that way, or I could do my little duckies going this way. I kind of like the duckies going this way because of the yellow on you. Oh my word, that's so cute. Wow. There's just enough of the trim pack, I believe, to do one book for each piece. And then we've got this one. Why is this doing that? It's weird. Oh, I see. Stuck. There we go. And then I could always do the pom-poms. So those are okay. I like the pom-poms. Actually, I think I'm going to use these on the inside of the book. I think I'm going to see if I have enough duckies to do this, because I love this. So he would have to go like that. All right, that would go to there. And then this one would need to go, yep, we've got enough duckies. All right. It's got to be the duckies. It just has to be. They're too cute. So now I just have to decide which direction the duckies are going to go. Oh, look how perfect that is. All right, I do think the duckies have to go this way. I'm sorry. Sometimes things just come together and they just make me giggle. I can't help it. All right, so I'm going to cut off Mr. Ducky right there. Because that's just too much to try to work with. And we'll have a little bit of kissing ducky here. Sharon, stop saying ducky. I can't stop. I'm sorry. I would stop if I could, but I can't. All right, now at this point, I am going to put a nice bead of glue on here. It will probably bleed over. That's okay. I can still fully see. There we go. I need to put this here. I can see my duck. Okay, I love it. I love it. I really do. I don't love that though. I gotta trim this. This drives me nuts. There we go. Little eye. Look how cute that is. Guys, I hope you love it as much as I do, because I am loving the duckies. Okay. All right, now on this side, we want some kissing duckies. They're gonna meet in the middle. So I'm gonna pull it. I am stretching the ducks. I want them to stretch some. I want them to adhere well. Oh my golly. This is so cute. All right. Okay, so again, I am giving myself a very liberal bead of this art glitter glue. It will, when I put the duckies down, it's going to spread a little bit, which is exactly what I want, because I want good coverage. And I also want this top one to layer this way. Oh my gosh, they almost fit perfectly. Look at that. that's okay. So now it's all about applying pressure. Just like an open wound. Okay. This guy, first off, he needs a little bit of surgery on his eye. There we go. Got a little eye surgery going there. Now he's going to get a nice batch right there. Oh my word, super duper cute. All right. What do you think? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, well, like I said, I hope you do too, but I really do. I really, really do. Now, for the back one, I think I'm going to keep going in this direction. I'm just kind of looking at the directionality, and let me see how many went. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's where I want to be. I want to, I want that continuity. So right there, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah, there we go. And I do know that they are facing in a different direction than the original ones. Or actually, they're both facing in the same direction. Oh, that one's moving. And that is actually what I want. Kind of like it like that. Okay. Let me get these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is where these guys need to go. Here we go. Oh my goodness. And this is Dollar Tree trim. You know, maybe maybe somebody else knows where you can get this cute trim. I just can't imagine getting it for this price. Again, I know that I'm only going to be able to cover one book with the trim. Well, one book with each trim, so that gives me 3 books. And the one thing I will say again, the one thing that I have to keep thinking about is I'm putting a lot into the books, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and quite frankly, as it begins to all work out, a lot of money. So in the past, I've been charging, I think, $35 to $40 for my junk journal, and I think it's probably way too low. So I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think I should charge for the Fuzzy Duckling? Let me know. Write your comments. I'm very, very interested to see what you all think, to hear your impressions about, really what do you think I should be doing for this one, in particular for this one. For any of them, I'm always interested in what you have to say about it, what you think about it. I mean, you may tell me, no, I think that's about right. You may tell me that's about wrong, but either way, I'm interested. So I hope that you feel inclined to give me your impressions, because just saying, I would love to hear. Oh my golly. I really do. I love that they're both looking in the same direction, I guess, or they're both going this way. I just really think, I don't know. Normally I probably wouldn't do it that way. I would, they'd be either both facing out or both facing in, but with these guys, I don't know. I think it just kind of works for them. I think it kind of works. This one needs another eye surgery here. I have to get, where are my sharper scissors? But I don't know what I've done. I have this cute little pair of scissors. Well, y'all know I have tons of scissors. I bought all those new ones, and they're not next to me right now. I bought all those really nice, good ones at Hobby Lobby. Okay. That's the spine so far. Oh my golly, it's so stinking cute. I don't know how I'm going to stand it. It's so cute. So we're going to stop here. What I'm going to do actually is, and I know this, you might be saying, what are you doing? I'm not putting anything over the top of this. I'm going to stop here and I'm going to let this dry before I come back to put my other pieces on. Honestly, it's just like stop fray, but I don't want to use stop fray on it right now, so I'm going to use that. We're going to let this dry. I love it so much. Yeah. I'm going to put this out of the way for a few minutes. It won't take long. Seriously, it won't take long. While I've got the trim out, although this might be harder to do, I'm going to take a little quick peek through what I've got going here and see. No, I was thinking about doing a little bit of trim on one of these. I'm definitely going to add him in somewhere. I don't know where. But I was thinking about, get this thing off of here. This. You're like, this what? You're not showing us anything. I'm trying. I promise I'm trying. I was thinking about doing this. That's kind of cute, isn't it? I'm kind of liking that. I'm digging that. I don't know why I'm saying digging. I never used that when I was younger. I don't know why I'm using it today. But I kind of, I just am. That's cute. That is really cute. I guess I could stretch it a little bit. If I stretch it, I probably still need to use it. I'm probably going to use some tape first. Yeah. And then I'm going to attach it. Oh, it's so cute. All right, I like that. Okay. I just dropped my duckies. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. I think that's about right. Okay. Let me move this one out of the way. I'm gonna move that. I do like having some of the additional embellishments on this first page here. This is all about getting it smack dab on the edge. Otherwise, I'm going to adhere these papers to each other, and that would just not be fun. There we go. Okay. It's all moving around now. This is actually why I really should have waited to do this until I had this more solidified in the spine. But I just, spirit is moving me, so I'm doing it. We're going to use a little bit of glue, not a lot. And in this situation, you may notice I'm keeping the glue closer to the inside of the paper instead of the outside, because I do not want to glue these sheets of paper together. That would be a disaster. Okay, so that's weird. I'm not moving fast enough. I need to move faster. So I'm going to go ahead. Just Got a little bit wavy there at the end, but it's working. That's cute. And then I'm just going to trim. And I'm going to trim this side. If I can. Here we go. Hee hee. All right. It's starting to come together. Okay. That's it for right now. We're going to wait until the rest of the book dries and is ready, and then we're going to attach our spine, or our attach our spine. We already attached our spine, and then the next step is to start putting the signatures actually into the book. So, oh, I didn't just do that. I really did just do that. Oh my goodness, that's still tacky. Okay. Okay, that's still tacky. I forgot about that. Where were you guys to remind me? All right, so we're going to come, when we come back, we're going to be putting this all together, and then it'll be time to do the embellishments and add some different things to the pages. Also, I want to do something here. If you can see, I said that earlier. I really, if it just said Sarah 680, I'd be cool with it. But I really don't like the scribbles. I know some people are very purist about it. Oh, that's, it's beautiful because a kid did it, but a kid scribbled in the book. So I am going to add something. Maybe I'll add that right now before we go. I'll add that before I stop this segment. Don't forget to look at the, please don't forget to look at the other segments. There are certainly plenty of them, taking you from beginning to end. That's cute. Okay. I like that. I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to embellish it. But yes, there are plenty of segments, and meant to give you a full walkthrough, beginning to end, of how I do my journals. Lots of people do theirs differently. But I do, if you've been watching me and you follow my hauls, you might be at the point where you're saying, Sharon, do you actually use this stuff, or do you just like to buy stuff? Now, don't get me wrong. I like to buy stuff. It's fun. But I also like to make money and keep a roof over my head. So I'm going to have to be selling some of this stuff. Hopefully I'll have a big show. And I will do, as I'm talking about getting that one in, I will be doing a walkthrough once the setup is done at the show. So, okay, there we go. So this book is going to dry. That's going to go in. The next thing we'll do is I'll actually show you how I put the actual signatures in, and then we will start working on doing some additional embellishments to them. Already started doing a little bit. There's more to come, more papers to come. This is the fun part. All right.